not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
The what?
All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes.
Okay.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
Good afternoon, everybody. So we made a bail appeal to Judge Carter. It did not go our way.
Diddy's legal battles are only getting worse, and now things have taken a shocking turn. At first, he seemed confident, thinking he could ride out the storm and come out on top. However, with each new piece of evidence leaking into the public, his situation is becoming direr. In an unexpected twist, Diddy's own lawyer has now abandoned him in the middle of the court proceedings. After months of defending the music mogul, the lawyer has reportedly lost faith in the case, and in Diddy himself. This sudden change is raising a lot of eyebrows, and it speaks volumes about how serious the situation has become. If even his own legal team doesn't believe in his defense anymore, it's hard to imagine how Diddy can escape the storm that's only getting stronger. As more evidence is revealed, it's becoming clear that the tide is turning against him. What was once a high-profile case with Diddy at the center of it all has now spiraled into a crisis where even the most loyal are backing out. On October 23rd, a shocking prison call recording surfaced online, and it didn't take long for it to spread like wildfire. In the audio, Sean Diddy Combs can reportedly be heard speaking to one of his sons, advising him to get rid of all the pizza boxes. The recording, initially shared on TikTok by the account at Those Conspiracy Guys, quickly gained traction, circulating across all major social media platforms, including X.
Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
The what?
All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes.
Okay.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
Yeah.
Did Jay reach out yet?
Nah, Bob. He ghosting.
What the is this mother doing? These things sweet now because I'm in here.
It's all good. You about to get out on bail.
No. Hey, yo, check this out. Need you to reach out to the producer. Let these know there's a release date for that new Netflix movie.
Alright, Pop. It's fucking crazy right now.
Everybody out there quiet as mother.
Yeah?
Yeah, exactly. We gonna let them have their little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh.
What about all these lawsuits, though, Pop?
Ain't none of them getting I ain't worth nothing. Ain't got in my name anyway. Don't even worry about it. Bunch of money hungry.
The timing of this leak is particularly alarming, as it adds even more fuel to the fire surrounding Diddy's already disastrous legal battle. With so much at stake, people are left wondering what exactly the pizza boxes symbolize and why this message would be captured at such a sensitive time. Some fans and critics are speculating that the exchange could be connected to something far more sinister. Given the ongoing allegations against Diddy, the release of this recording has only deepened the mystery surrounding his case, and as it spreads, the pressure on Diddy continues to build. Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'ma need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes, all the boxes left over from the pizza, all the boxes. Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about, Diddy allegedly instructed his son.
This alleged leak call from Diddy in prison was talking about getting rid of pizza boxes. Now, if you know your stuff and you're privy, you know exactly what pizza stands for, and that's probably what they're talking about and referring to on this alleged leak call. Pizza, for those who don't know, I'm gonna make it very clean. It has to do with children and selling.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
And tell them plastic cup boys, we make enough money to drink out of real glassware.
The prison call exchange between Diddy and his son has set the internet ablaze, with people trying to decode what was really said. In the call, Diddy tells his son to get rid of the pizza boxes, and the son responds with casual phrases like "aye," "all right," and "yeah," which some believe suggests he knew exactly what his father meant. But what does all of this actually mean? Theories are running wild across social media. Some users are linking Diddy's mention of leftover pizza boxes to the infamous 2016 Pizzagate conspiracy theory, which falsely claimed that high-ranking members of the Democratic Party were connected to a human trafficking and child ring. While this theory has been widely debunked, the mention of pizza has sparked some to wonder if there's a hidden connection to darker undertones. Others, however, are more skeptical and suggest that the call is nothing more than a computer-generated fake, with no real evidence to support any wild claims, but this doesn't seem very likely. The reactions online are as divided as ever, but one thing is clear: the controversy surrounding Diddy continues to grow, and this prison call is only adding fuel to the fire. Whether the call means anything significant or not, it's hard to ignore how quickly it has become part of the ongoing narrative that seems to be spiraling out of control for the music mogul. One person wrote, "This is conspiracy as destruction of evidence, coercion, intimidation of a witness, tampering, and a whole host of felonies." He just included his son in his own case, meaning his son is aware of what's written on those plastic pizza boxes needing recycled. Dumbest criminals ever. Another added, "I don't know if this is cryptic or not, but first thing that came to mind is, get rid of the little girls and destroy all evidence." One verified user wrote, "A bunch of kids kept in dungeons will disappear." And finally, one person decided to decode it for us by writing, "Let me translate, do not incriminate yourself by talking about this over the phone. Please destroy the tapes and also delete everything from the cloud." In case you're not familiar, the Pizzagate conspiracy theory started in 2016 and quickly gained traction online. It claimed that John Podesta, Hillary Clinton's campaign manager, was involved in a child trafficking ring. The theory suggested that a pizza restaurant in Washington, D.C., Comet Ping Pong, was secretly a front for these activities. Some even believed that Bill and Hillary Clinton were connected to it. The theory spread further when it was discovered that the owner of the pizzeria, James Alefantis, was a donor to Hillary's campaign. To make matters worse, the emails of John Podesta, released by WikiLeaks, mentioned Alefantis. Conspiracy theorists on websites like 4chan dug deeper, finding social media posts they claimed showed evidence of something sinister, like pictures of children, construction in the pizzeria's basement, and suspicious email exchanges. While this theory was quickly debunked and proven false, it still managed to stir up a lot of confusion and suspicion. Now, with Diddy's ongoing legal issues and his alleged phone call about pizza boxes, some are drawing connections, wondering if there's a hidden meaning. And that's not all. Diddy is in a really bad place because a new witness has also come up. Yep, you heard that right. A new witness has emerged before the grand jury in the Sean Diddy Combs case, and their testimony is sending shockwaves through the ongoing legal proceedings. Courtney Burgess, a former associate of Diddy's late ex-girlfriend Kim Porter, has provided crucial details about what she claims to have received on flash drives, material that could potentially be a game changer for the prosecution. According to Burgess, the flash drives contained the completed book Kim Porter had promised would be made public if anything ever happened to her.
What you received on the flash drives, was it the completed book, or was it notes from Kim Porter that later were made into a book?
It was completed. It's only 60, only about 54 pages. It was
Sure, and in the beginning, it says, Kim made me promise that if something happened to her, I would make sure this book became public to the world. The way Sean moved, I knew that was a promise I would have to fulfill.
What's even more chilling is Burgess's direct and unwavering belief that Diddy had something to do with Kim Porter's death. When asked about it, he responded with absolute certainty, stating, "Absolutely," without hesitation. The flash drives contain not only Porter's completed book, but also disturbing tapes, according to Burgess, which are said to include evidence against Diddy and other high-profile celebrities. These tapes allegedly feature disturbing content that could have serious implications for the already beleaguered music mogul. This is a critical development, as it adds to the growing pile of accusations against Diddy, including his alleged involvement in a larger, dark network of powerful figures. Courtney also says he has footage of activities from Diddy's notorious parties, along with an unedited version of Kim Porter's diary. According to Burgess, both pieces of evidence have already been submitted to the courts. Burgess went public after his lawyer, Ariel Mitchell, made some bold claims during an on-air interview, saying Homeland Security got involved after hearing about the footage. The tapes reportedly show not just Diddy, but other celebrities involved in these private events. Burgess also blasted the Combs family for denying the existence of Kim's real memoir, explaining that the one released to the public was heavily edited. His message to Kim's kids: they should have started worrying when he was beating her. Now, Burgess and his lawyer plan to release Kim's full, unedited memoir on Amazon once all the legal details are sorted. With these new revelations, it's becoming clear that Diddy's past is catching up to him in a major way.
No, we're trying to discuss that now, what we will be able to talk to in terms of what was available and what was on those flash drives.
Okay.
But it was the book, so.
So it is Kim Porter's book, but not necessarily some of the stuff with the celebs that were mentioned besides.
It's hers. Nobody touched it.
Oh, so it is her official book.
Yes. Nobody,
and no one touched it.
Nobody altered it. Nothing.
So it's not the copy that the gentleman said that he was selling before. No.
No.
It's two different copies. That one was edited, and we have the original copy.
So you're saying that the other copy was an actual real copy, even though the family said it wasn't?
It was a derivative work.
It was edited. The only way the family say that is because I forgot his name. Albie Short.
Yeah.
Yeah. And besides that, how they know? A lot of stuff their mother did, they didn't know. And I'd like to say apologize to the mother.
For years, rumors about Diddy's involvement in Kim Porter's mysterious death have circulated, with several people pointing fingers at him. But now, with Burgess stepping forward and claiming to have both seen and spoken to Porter about the content on those tapes, the situation is becoming even more dire for Diddy. The stakes are higher than ever, and these new revelations could be the very thing that leads to a full-blown criminal investigation, potentially bringing the truth about Diddy's actions to light once and for all. Courtney Burgess, who once worked closely with Kim Porter, recently revealed that she not only has access to tapes allegedly implicating Diddy in criminal behavior, but also possesses the original notes that made up the book Kim Porter was working on before her untimely death. According to Burgess, these notes contain explosive details about Diddy's out-of-control behavior during his raging days, and a promise Porter made to her. If anything ever happened to her, the book would be released, revealing the truth about what she had experienced. With all of this now coming to light, Mark Agnifilo, one of Diddy's top defense attorneys, was recently seen leaving the courtroom during a crucial part of Diddy's ongoing legal battle. This move has raised eyebrows, especially since it comes just after fresh accusations were brought against Diddy by an old associate of his late partner, Kim Porter. The timing of Agnifilo's exit has led many to speculate that he might be considering stepping away from Diddy's defense team. Given the mounting pressure and the seriousness of the new allegations, it's clear that even Diddy's legal team may be starting to question whether they can continue to support him. And this speculation around Kim's death has been going on for a very long time now. Kim Porter's death has remained shrouded in mystery, with many questions lingering about the true cause of her passing. Diddy has publicly stated that Kim had been battling the flu for several days before her sudden death, and although she had recently returned from a trip to Africa, she reportedly had no complaints about her health when she came back. The official medical examiner's report concluded that Kim died from pneumonia, and there were no signs of drug abuse or alcoholism, nor was there any evidence of physical trauma. However, this explanation didn't sit right with some people, particularly those close to Kim and the public who knew her as a vibrant, healthy woman. The timing of her death, combined with the details of her final days, has only fueled the controversy. A few days before her passing, Kim had reportedly asked Diddy to take care of their children, a chilling final request that has left many wondering whether it was a premonition or an ominous sign. What's even more unsettling is the notion that Diddy may have known more about Kim's fears than he has let on. The fact that she felt the need to make such a request before her death raises questions about whether she had any reason to fear for her safety in those final days. Was her death truly from pneumonia, or is there something more sinister at play that Diddy isn't revealing? And the reason his lawyers are all backing out is because they are scared other people will also start speaking up soon. Jaguar Wright's bold claims about Diddy and his alleged role in Kim Porter's death have stirred up a whirlwind of controversy. According to Wright, Kim had been planning to expose Diddy's exploitation of her for his own benefit in a tell-all book. She suggests that Diddy had been waiting for Kim to finish her book, and once it was nearing completion, something drastic happened. Wright describes how Kim was literally casket ready, implying that her death was no coincidence.
Do you believe Diddy has something to do with Kim Porter's death?
Absolutely. Without hesitation.
Though the official cause of Kim's death was pneumonia, Wright goes a step further. She claims that based on her own experiences in the industry, she believes Diddy may have used toxic substances that mimic the symptoms of heart attacks or pneumonia, ultimately leading to her passing. This theory is especially chilling, as Wright recalls how Kim's body reportedly showed traces of toxins, leading some to believe her death may have been a homicide rather than a natural cause. The connection between Diddy and Kim's death isn't the only issue Wright raised. She also pointed out the bizarre way Diddy has managed to avoid facing serious consequences for his actions over the years. One of the most shocking instances she cites is the lawsuit filed by Cassie, which was allegedly settled within just 24 hours. leaving many people questioning the power Diddy holds to quickly make such matters disappear. For Wright, this has always been a pattern with Diddy, using his wealth, power, and influence to escape any real accountability. Ever since the leaked prison audio surfaced, things have taken a dramatic turn for Sean Diddy Combs. The situation has escalated to a point where even his loyal associates are beginning to distance themselves. With each new revelation, Diddy's situation looks bleaker, and his ability to maintain his empire seems more uncertain than ever. Even famous celebrities are talking about the audio. Katt Williams has never been one to hold back, and in his recent cryptic remarks, he's clearly aimed his sharp tongue at Sean Diddy Combs. In a bizarre yet chilling video, Katt made a puzzling gesture by breaking apart a heart symbol, a clear visual nod to the idea of breaking apart something once whole. Then came the mention of plastic and pizza boxes, references that immediately caught the attention of social media users.
You understand consequences and repercussions very well.
Okay.
So, my question to you is, why are you such a habitual line stepper? Why do you cross that line so often when you know what the repercussions and consequences are going to be? And they're not going to be favorable to you. For example,
right.
I saw where you and Suge got arrested, right? You and Suge got arrested. Is that true?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Like, and
what were we doing?
Allegedly, it had something to do with like some type of a camera or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm just sure. I'm just saying this is what I read.
I'll tell you the story, and you tell me. Then does that change how you frame this?
Okay.
So, we have a meeting with a hologram company, which is going to go into a licensing deal on some holograms. This is in Beverly Hills. So now there's a rodeo, and behind that is an alleyway where you park your vehicles. That's where we are. Suge has brought his son with him, who's 5 years old. And before we go into this meeting, Suge's son runs behind the dumpster and urinates. And a lady films his penis out, peeing behind the dumpster. And then says, "Oh, I thought that was Katt's kid." So yeah, that's what happened.
See, this is
so understand. We were facing 20 years, Suge and I. 20 years for that. And if it wasn't for the fact that this is Beverly Hills and it's all on camera, they had no problem sending us up the river when we couldn't have possibly done what was being said. That lady said that she got jumped on by me.
So you see what you just did? You just clarified a huge, misconception about, the events of that evening or whatever.
Yeah, but remember, it went to court. Yeah. Like, this isn't just my word. They had to play the video in court, which showed that her altercation wasn't with a man at all.
But the trip part about it is that when people print it, when the media, mainstream media put it out there, they don't add that piece. They just say,
nor do they make a retraction.
Right.
Nor do they say, hey, that thing we told you about that guy, turns out it was nothing. Understand, I got 15 cases that were dismissed. That should be talked about. Why would 15 cases be dismissed? Because you were so sure you had what you were looking at. Because every city I go to, I'm the nigga with the best car. It's probably smoke coming out that car. It's probably girls gathering around that car. I look like the plug. I get it. And you've probably already hurt me by the time you find out who I actually am.
The most disturbing part of his statement, Katt insinuated that pizza boxes could be a metaphor for children. He went on to say, it's $1 million for each box, raising the stakes in a way that left the internet stunned. This theory plays into the unsettling Pizzagate conspiracy, which falsely claims that high-profile figures are involved in child trafficking rings, with pizza being a code word used in those circles.
But it's $1 million up for each one. That's $5 million, Mr. 28 million in Forbes. I'll be bringing mine in cash, Mitch. Bring yours however you want. And since you're not a puppet, Don't bring no white people with you then. That's a $5 million bet individually. You can take it all, or you can take it part and parcel. This is the new movement. Hey, and tell them plastic cup boys, we make enough money to drink out of real glassware.
But it gets darker. The alleged prison call, where Diddy reportedly discussed getting rid of pizza boxes, has set off alarm bells for many who are already suspicious of his connections to shady dealings. With the chilling implication that these boxes could represent children and the price tag attached to each one, speculation is running rampant. Could Diddy be entangled in something far more sinister than anyone initially thought? And the reference to plastic adds another layer of confusion and mystery. While the meaning of this detail remains unclear, it's fueling even more questions about what Diddy might have been referring to in that call. In this recent clip, Katt Williams doesn't just take aim at the Hollywood elite, he takes direct shots at Diddy and his associates, particularly calling out the Plastic Cup Boys, a group Diddy has long been associated with. In his blunt remarks, Katt tells them, "We make enough money to drink out of real glassware," a statement many believe is a veiled criticism of the superficial and shady dealings in the industry. The line about plastic might also be a coded reference to something darker, possibly alluding to Diddy's rumored stash of baby oil, a term that has its own sinister connotations in Hollywood conspiracy circles. But this isn't the first time Katt Williams has thrown shade at Diddy, Jay-Z, and other figures tied to what many see as the corrupt, manipulative system of Hollywood. Katt has long been outspoken about the so-called Illuminati, a group he's hinted includes high-profile names like Diddy and Jay-Z. He's never been afraid to call out the dark side of the entertainment industry, which he believes is controlled by nefarious forces. On Joe Rogan's podcast, he exposed his take on what he sees as satanic rituals in Hollywood, as well as the agenda to feminize men, a topic he says he's been warning people about for years. Katt Williams described the agenda to feminize men in the entertainment world, linking it to a larger, more sinister spiritual war. He claims the push to transform figures, whether it's celebrities like Dwayne Wade, Charlize Theron, or Machine Gun Kelly, into something unrecognizable as part of a bigger agenda orchestrated by powerful forces. This movement, according to Katt, is part of an effort to normalize what he sees as a satanic influence, with high-profile figures like Madonna and Megan Fox being key players in these rituals. He's clear in his warning. The entertainment industry is pushing an agenda of control and manipulation, one that's spiritually damaging to the public, especially the youth. For Katt, this isn't just about celebrity scandals. It's a wake-up call to the public that the forces behind Hollywood's glitzy facade are tied to something much darker. He's calling for a break from the shackles that the industry has placed on minds, especially as these so-called elite figures continue to worship and promote what he sees as the enemy of spiritual freedom. As he puts it, Satan is going all out because he knows his time is short, and it's time for people to wake up to the truth. If more of these shocking revelations keep coming out, it's hard to see how Diddy can hold on to any support, not even from his own lawyers. With every new piece of evidence, including the footage in Kim Porter's unedited diary, it's looking like the people closest to him are distancing themselves. Even his defense attorney, Mark Agnifilo, has shown signs of pulling away, with whispers that he's reconsidering his involvement in Diddy's case. When lawyers start stepping back, it speaks volumes about the gravity of the situation. As these explosive claims continue to surface, it's clear that Diddy's circle is shrinking. Once the full scale of the accusations comes to light, there may not be anyone left standing by his side. His associates, his legal team, and even his closest allies might be jumping ship to avoid being dragged down with him. It's a downward spiral that shows no signs of slowing down, and the pressure is building with every new twist in this unfolding legal battle. So what do you think? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on any new videos. And until then, fam, keep it real.